Okay, so this is your anywhere workout number 1. It is going to be a circuit style, 7 exercises. You're going to do each exercise until failure. That doesn't mean literally until you can't do anymore. What we mean is until your form starts to break down. Once your form starts to break down, you're going to rest. After each exercise, 30-second rest, and then you're going to go on to the next one. Form starts to break down on that one, 30-second rest, all the way down until we complete number 7. Once you finish your 7th exercise, you're going to take a 2-minute rest, and then you're going to do it all over again. We're going to do all 7 exercises at least 3 times, a minimum of 3 rounds. If you feel like you want to do more, be my guest, but we got to get that 3 in, okay? Now, you shouldn't be too beat at the end of this exercise. These are stabilization movements. These things are going to be they're building blocks. So you're not going to feel dead at the end of this. You shouldn't feel dead at the end of this. This is something that you should just feel really good. You should be feeling strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the exercise. I'm going to give you some points. I'm going to have my timer going in the background here. But what I suggest that you do is follow along, watch me do the exercise a few times, and then I would recommend pausing the video, doing your reps, and then watching me do the next video, and then pausing it, doing your reps, and moving forward that way. I'm not going to do the whole thing with you, but I will do a set of each of them so you can see it. So we're not going to have any warm-up here. I would hope that you are going to get at least 5 to 10 minutes of some warm-ups in prior to starting this so that you're feeling loose, feeling ready to go, and then we can really get after this workout. So the first exercise that we're going to do is the stationary lunge. I am going to get my timer started, and here we go. Stationary lunge, we're going to be in an upright position, taking a big step forward and back, alternating legs. Big step forward, that back heel comes off the ground. Here. And I'll do some from the side here as well. Keeping that upright posture, taking a big step, and then pushing off of that front heel when I get back. This is obviously for the legs, but we also should feel it in our core, staying upright. We're not leaning forward, okay? And we're not arching our back. I know that was a little exaggerated. All right, let me get a couple more good reps here. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Now, you're gonna rest for 30 seconds here. When you're all done with your set, I'm gonna move right on to the next one. The next exercise is a single leg toe touch. So what we're gonna do here is get a good stance, feet underneath, shoulder width apart, and it is back and then touch. So it's whatever hand is reaching down, that other foot is going back, okay? More core stabilization, some balance work. Now, you'll see from the side here, if I am struggling, I can point that toe. That's gonna make the balance a little bit easier. But if this isn't too tough, if I got good balance, try and keep that foot dorsal flexed, toes pointed down. Okay? I'm gonna do a few more here. Working on balance, working on the hamstrings, and as always, with stabilization, working on core. Okay? So after you've done a bunch of those and your form's starting to break down, 30-second rest, and we're gonna get ready for the next one. Next exercise is gonna be a prone cobra. Laying down here on our stomachs. Gotta move this mic pack out of the way. All right, so we're starting here. Thumbs up, bringing our shoulders back or our arms back, chest up, squeezing those abs. You can see it's even tough to talk. Resetting. My forehead's down. Back. Now, let me do a few from the side here so that you can see how this looks. Reaching forward. You can see I'm keeping my feet on the ground. I'm actually pushing in to my abs and into my quads to really feel that burn there. Drawing those shoulder blades back. Working the core and working the back. Okay? When you're all done with that, you're going to rest for 30 seconds. I'm going to move on to the next exercise. It is a stabilization push-up. So we're going to get in a nice plank position. If we need to, down on our knees, that's totally fine. If we're down on our knees, remember, start in that plank, in that good plank here, and then just drop down from there. We don't want our knees to be too far underneath us. That creates an awkward angle here. So our knees should be back, okay? So that we're really simulating that push-up. Okay, so the stabilization part just comes in with our pace, our tempo. Nice and slow, elbows go back. Hold at the bottom, 1, 2. Push up. 1, 2. And you see how my elbows, see how they're coming right down, shaving my rib cage. They're not flaring out. I'll do some more here for you. Right here, elbows back, not out, okay? Back, and you can accomplish that by externally rotating those elbows, screwing those hands into the ground. All right, there we go. When you're done with that, we're gonna take a 30-second rest, obviously, as you know by now. And then the very next exercise that we're gonna do is a plank into a downward dog. So we're gonna start in our high plank position, and then we're gonna push back into our down dog. Here, back, here, back, feeling that stretch in the calves and the hamstrings, pushing through our shoulder blades and keeping our core tight. I'll do a couple more on this side angle here for you. Forward and back. Forward. And make sure to hold these positions, okay? Hold them. You're not just flying through it, okay? Everything here is about being slow, being controlled, being in charge of our movements, being in charge of our bodies. Okay, that's how we build. That's how we get to the next level. The next thing that we're gonna do is a high plank shoulder tap. High plank position, and here we go. Now you'll notice this is tough. 1, 2, down. We're not flying through like this. Okay, that's easy. We're gonna make it tough. We're gonna make it stable. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. And the other thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to be opening up our hips. Okay, see that? We're keeping them in a good position, parallel to the ground. I'll do a couple from the side. There we go. Okay, one more exercise, then you're gonna take a break. You're gonna do it all over again. This last one is a great core burner, hollow rocks. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna lay back. We're gonna start with our arms up by our ears, and we're just gonna rock up and back, rock up. Subtle movement. We're really squeezing that core, okay? Keeping those feet off the ground and not bringing our arms all the way forward here, keeping them up here. Again, we're shooting for 20 of these. If you can do more, awesome. If you got to do less, hey, I get it. All right. So when you're done with those, take your 2-minute break and then do this all again 2 more times. For me, that was about 10 minutes through. And I'm thinking it should be about the same for you. We're looking at about 30 to 45 minutes for this workout in totality. And again, we're not going to have you too spent by the end of it. This is really focusing on stabilization and core strength. So I hope you like it. Yeah,